Hi everyone. Welcome back to English Fab, where learning English is practical, useful, and fab. Today, we're going to dive into a topic that's very useful when talking about everyday things, size and dimension. Whether you're describing a room, furniture, or objects, using the right vocabulary for size can be tricky. In this lesson, we'll cover a natural conversation, key phrases, useful vocabulary, and practical tips to help you express yourself clearly when talking about size. If you find English difficult, don't worry. You can translate the subtitles into English and your own language like this. Check the description below for extra details. Are you ready? Let's get started.
This sofa looks really nice, but it's so big. It might be too much for our small living room.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We need something smaller that fits the space better. Maybe something more compact would work.
I agree. I don't want anything too massive. I think a tiny sofa would look strange in such a big room, though. It needs to be just right.
True, but we don't need anything gigantic either. How about something that's just the right size? Not too small, but not overwhelming.
Exactly. Something with a wide seat might be nice, but not too wide that it takes up too much room. We need to leave space for other things, like the coffee table.
Definitely. A narrow sofa could be an option, but we'd need to make sure it's still comfortable. I don't want something that's too tight.
Right, the last thing we want is a cramped sofa. Maybe we should look for a sofa with more dimension options, so we can choose what fits best.
Great idea. We could also look for a sofa that's a bit more flexible, like one that's modular, so we can adjust its size depending on the space.
I like that. A modular sofa would let us be more creative with the space. It could also be fun to have a mix of small and large pieces that we can move around.
That's a good point. We could also check for any miniature options for the corners, just in case we need something to fill in a tighter spot.
Exactly. Once we have the right dimensions, we'll be able to figure out what looks best in the room. Let's keep searching for something that fits well, but doesn't feel too overwhelming.
Agreed. With the right balance of size and comfort, we'll find the perfect piece for the apartment. And that's a wrap for today's lesson on this topic. We've covered some important ways to talk about size and dimension in English. Let's quickly review what we covered today. What we talked about: describing objects of various sizes from tiny to massive, describing dimensions like narrow, wide, and compact, using these phrases in real-life conversations to make descriptions clearer. Key phrases: we need something smaller that fits the space better. We don't need anything too massive. A tiny sofa would look strange in such a big room. Maybe something with a wide seat might be nice. A narrow sofa could be an option. Maybe we should look for a sofa with more dimension options. We need to leave space for other things, like the coffee table. A modular sofa would let us be more creative with the space. Learning these phrases is useful because they'll help you describe the size and dimensions of objects and spaces clearly and accurately. These phrases will make your English sound more natural, and you'll feel more confident using them in everyday conversations. Keep practicing these phrases to become more comfortable with expressing yourself in different situations. Okay, thanks for watching today's lesson on English Fab. I hope you found these English tips useful and feel more confident. Remember, practice makes perfect, so try using these phrases in your daily conversations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more Fab English lessons. Until next time, keep practicing and stay fab.